So now I'm going to show you a really simple setup for photographing a hat or something small, and we're going to be using two of the foam boards that I showed you in one of the other videos. So come over here and I'm going to show you. So if you notice, one of the drawbacks I would say about natural light is it changes pretty quickly. So when you are doing your photo shoot, I would say be super organized and have everything set up during the time of day that you know the light is the best so that you can start photographing right away. I waited a little too long, and you can see how the light is coming in now through the window. It's making stripes on my table. So I moved my setup a little further away from the window. It still has the benefit of the light from the window. Ideally, I would like to be closer, but what I want to show you are the so I have one of the foam boards down, and I just took some candles, and I want to show you, you see these dark shadows? Because the light is coming from this way, it's creating shadows on the other side. Now, if we want to minimize those shadows, we take another whiteboard and you just hold it opposite of where the light source is coming from. So let's show you. This is without the whiteboard, and this is with the whiteboard. So it's filling in the shadows. And sometimes you just have to move it around a bit to see where it's filling in the most. So again, that's without, and that's with filling it in. So it's a lot better. And I'm going to show you what the photos look like before and after. You really can't be afraid to try things out and experiment with photography. So even in this photo shoot of just photographing those candles, I moved to 3 separate locations in my home. So I was in the living room. First, I started out in the dining area at my dining room table, but the end of the dining room table, because the way the light was coming in, it was making those lines on my table. And then I moved over to the living room because the light was better over there. And then I moved over to the window. So you could see, let me show you. I moved closer to my dining room window because you see how even the light is coming in right now. So the light is from the window. I set up the whiteboard. It looks like there's a shadow, but there really isn't. I set up the whiteboard leaning on the ledge and the table. And then I had the candles in the middle. It's creating a bit of a shadow over there. And then I just had my second whiteboard. We're using a 2 whiteboard setup over here to fill in those shadows. So that's it. That's the simple setup that you can, this is one of the setups you can use just to find a light source, whether it's a window or something else to bring in the natural light. One of the whiteboards as your background, and then another whiteboard to fill in. And you'll be photographing from above. This is looking really great. I have hardly any shadows. It's also because of the time of day. So when it's closer to noon, you're going to get deeper, darker shadows, but then as it gets later in the day or earlier in the day, the shadows are definitely going to be less.